Hi there, thank you for visiting my channel today, Nail Art by Sin. Today we're going to make an autumn fall nail design. So without further ado, let's just get started. Hi there, thank you for joining my channel today, Nail Art by Sin. I have a beautiful nail stamped press-on set that I actually made for my nails, and I wanted to share it with you. So this is them right here, and they are so gorgeous, guys. One other very easy um, nail stamping video. I've really gotten into the layered stamping and the reverse stamping. So um, I've been doing nails for about a year, and I started out doing a lot of nail stamping, and then I just kind of laid off of it, but I am excited to start working with them again. So let me just kind of pick these up one by one, and you can see exactly what these are. So this is an autumn set, and look at the colors and the shine. That says autumn on it, and it's got like a coral orange background, and then it's got some green and brown leaves in the background, and then of course on top I stamped the word autumn there, and that's for my thumb. And then this one is some different leaves, size and shapes, different colors. Really brings out that autumn color scheme that I wanted, and kind of really blends in with the whole set. This one here was a little bit hard, being that it is a checkered look, but just kind of took my time. I did this one very last because I wanted to really spend time and try it over and over again if I was having problems with it. So it did take me a couple tries, but I finally did it. These have like a eggshell background gel paint, and I'll go over the colors that I use here in just a moment. This is another coral background, and it's just got some real pretty leaves in the back. And then this is another full coverage stamping design, and these leaves I actually stamped one by one on here. So beautiful set. Really excited to show these to you. And what I'm going to do is I am going to do the next the next hand with you. And so these are the nails that are ready for me. They're my size. I don't usually wear this shape of nail, but just real quickly, those nail tips are Moravian, and I bought this off their site. I probably paid like 20 bucks for this. I think it was 19 something. These are some really nice nails. And like I said, I don't normally buy this style for myself, but I thought for practice nails, or you know, just kind of testing different nail art designs, these are good because they're not super long, but yet they're long enough where it gives you a lot of space on the nail to work with. And of course I've got my stampers here, and this is my clear jelly stamper. This is just another one that I had bought off Amazon. This is an older stamp that I use for layered stamping because it's kind of foggy, and so that's a good one to use. Some of your older ones are good when you're doing the layered stamping or the reverse stamping. This is probably my favorite stamper that I have, and I've got a lot of them. But as you can see, it does have some little tears in it. So I'm probably going to have to retire this one pretty soon, but it's still working. In here I have some 100% acetone. The plate that I chose is a set of 6 plates, and it's got an autumn plate, a Halloween plate, Christmas plate, St. Patty's plate, Valentine's plate. So I had bought those off of Amazon as well. This is a really nice autumn plate to use, and I love it because they have the plastic backing on them. I have 100% acetone here. I've got some more scrapers over here, scrape cards. And then right here I've got some Orly Bonder, which I do use when I'm doing the reverse stamping. And then of course I always use my Lavender Violets No Wipe Top Coat on my practice nails, and these being for me, I just decided to go ahead and use it. So I've got some Maniology stamping polishes here. This is the kind of eggshell one that I used for 3 of the nails. My pinky, my pointer, and my, this is my pointer, and then my index finger. And then I had some Maniology greens and a dark brown that I pulled in as well. So as I'm stamping with these, I will share the numbers to them. I also have some Beauté stamping polishes here. I didn't use all of these. I did use that green. Excuse me. I did not use the black one, and I didn't use the white one, but I have them there just in case if I needed them. I have a couple of Moyu London. This is a real pretty orange color, like an orange coral, and then there's a green back there. And then Born Pretty, I do have a lot of their colors out because I just love Born Pretty stamping polishes. These are more Beauté polishes back here. I love these orange colors. And then for the nail itself and the color, I also pulled out Jodson, which I take that back. That this one here is a stamping polish. That's what I did on the autumn. This one is the one that I used as the permanent color, the base color. So this is like a banana yellow, and then this is the coral orange that I chose for the 2 accent nails. So yeah, I will go ahead and get started with working on these. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to paint these nail tips the same background colors as these. So this will be a coral orange, this will be banana yellow, coral orange, and banana yellow. So I'll get that done first, and then I'll be back to show you some stamping. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start with painting the 2 coral nails, and I will be putting 2 coats on this nail. And so I am using, I'm still trying to use up my little 7 ml bottles that I have. So this one is Jodson, and the number is B540, and it is a beautiful coral shade. It looks very orangey, but again, it just has that coral color to it. There are 2 nails that are painted in this color here. Now when I got these nails ready, I went ahead and filed off the little nubbies that are at the tips, because believe it or not, if you don't do that when you're nail stamping, they can tear your stamper very easily. So it's probably why some of my nail stampers have the little holes in them. So now I am taking the time to do that. Nobody wants to wear a set of nails that can snag. I don't know why this one is almost like it has something on it. There you go. I'm going to pull these off. I'm going to cure. See, I touched it with my finger. Oh, I can't believe I did that. See that right there? There you go. Okay, I'll get these cured for 60 seconds. And while those are curing, put this over to the side and we will use this yellow. It's a banana color. A real pretty shade. Like to let them self-level. This pinky nail is very, very thin. I'm not used to wearing such a thin nail, but it fits my nail perfectly. Okay, and we'll let this one in. I'll put this one in the lamp real quick. The other ones are ready to come out. Okay, take that off there. This in for 60 seconds. All right. And while that's curing, the yellow ones, I am going to put another coat on these coral colored ones. This is really a very gorgeous color. I really, really like these. Very nice. Beautiful shade. I will mention that after I put the 2 coats of the background color of gel polish on the nails, press-ons, what I do is I do put a no wipe top coat on them, a glossy one, before I do any nail stamping. And the reason I do that is because if you make a mistake while you're stamping, it is so easy to just wipe the slate clean and you've got a good nail to stamp again. I have found that doing that really saves me time in having to redo a nail because it gets messed up. So I'm going to put the second coat on these and get these corals back in the machine. There you go. Has a little fuzzy on it or something. Let me see if I can get it off. Let's see if I can get this to self-level itself. No, there's still something on there. Let's see here. Hold on. There it is. It's a little black dot. You can see it right there. There it is. I think I got it off. I think it's off. Okay. All right, there you go. These little 7 ml bottles, the polish is great. I don't have any complaints about that. But sometimes kind of handling these little bottles is a struggle for me. They're just so tiny, but the polish is wonderful. So at the rate I'm going with as many videos as I'm posting, I foresee that I will be using these up pretty quickly. I've got 2 large sets. I've got a small set of Mepha bottles that I purchased. I want to say maybe there's like 20, 25 polishes in it. Real pretty colors too. And then I've got a Jodstone set that probably is about 68 or 70 polishes, and then I've got a set that's like 120 or 136, something like that. And that is sorry, just a moment, please. That is a Rosalinda set, and it's a very nice set also. And as you can see, I'm a big supporter of Madame Glam polishes. I really like those, but I use those if I'm doing a set for somebody, or if I'm selling a set or a custom order. That's what I use the Madame Glam polishes for. And then I also have Wibofu, which is a really good, inexpensive brand that you can buy on Temu or Shein. And then the other one is JR brand, and then Double Rhythm. I like all those. Okay, I'm going to pause while the yellow ones are curing the second coat. Alright, so these are all out of the lamp, and now what I'm going to do is just put my top coat on. Lavender Violets No Wipe top coat. I never have any problems with this top coat bubbling or anything like that. Watch me have some issues with it now that I'm saying it, because I've never had issues with it. Oh my goodness. It's very inexpensive. I think I was paying probably like $1.20 before the tariffs all went into effect on Temu. And as soon as those tariffs went in, it's not bad. I'm probably paying about maybe $180, $190 per bottle. So I did stack up on these right before those tariffs went into play. There you go. You can see that some of that orange, I guess, didn't cure enough because it came off on the brush when I top coated it, which is very unusual. And some polishes are like that. Some polishes you even have to do 60 seconds twice, which is fine with me. As long as it gets cured, that's all I care about. Okay. Now, let me shake this up because I don't want that orangey stuff on these yellow nails. Matter of fact, I think what I'm going to do is open up another. This is the box right here. Lavender Violets, no wipe top coat, gel nail polish. It's got directions in English as well on the back, which is very helpful. So that bottle is almost empty anyways, but I don't want any of that orangey stuff on. That noise you hear in the background is my little machine I use to shake the polishes. See, it's even coming off on my glove. The orangey stuff. So it's better that I just open up a new bottle and top these with the new one. All right, here we go. All right. All right, this is ready to go into the lamp. There we go. Okay, it's almost ready to come out. Okay, so these are done. Let me make sure that they're cured. Just going to rub on the side and make sure that they're dry. Yep, they are. Okay, so these are good and ready for the stamping now. Look how pretty those shades are. Very nice. So again, the shades that I used are these two, Jod Zone, and let me get the number on here. This one is Jod Zone B507. You can barely see it because it's in white, the number. Okay, and this is Jod Zone B540. Two beautiful shades. And perfectly painted nail tips. All right, so now we're going to get started with the nail stamping design. We're ready to begin. We're going to do the first nail, which is going to be the thumb, and it's a coral colored nail for the main background color choice. It is a beautiful color, and so I'm going to grab a couple of images here from this plate that I'm working with. It's the Autumn plate, and this is a generic plate actually. It doesn't have, I don't know who makes it. I purchased a set of holiday plates, different holidays on Amazon, and so I've had it for a while. So we're going to start with this. I'm going to use maybe this little pumpkin here and an acorn, and then I will put some little leaves and things just kind of around the images. So let's start with this little pumpkin right here. And I'm beginning with Maniology's Stamping Polish B552. Okay, it didn't pick up the image really good, so let me try this again. Clean off that stamper. Let me try another stamper. Let me try the same one. Maybe I just didn't put enough polish down. Let's try that again. Of course, always clean your plates with 100% acetone. It's the best thing to clean with. There you go. Perfect. I'm just going to remove the parts that I don't want on there, which is good. Let's see here. Just going to place it right here at the top at an angle. That looks really nice. Absolutely. See that? Okay. Clean up the stamper again. And let's try another image. And we're going to try this one right here, the little acorns that are together. I actually picked up a really nice leaf. Let me take off that leaf because I don't want that. Sometimes if it dries too quick, you have to use a piece of tape to remove a piece of the image you don't want in there. Let's see if this will, let me transfer because I am talking a little too much. Yeah, perfect. There you go. I think that might have looked better if I would have done maybe some reverse stamping on it. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wipe this off. Just using the acetone to wipe this off. There you go. See how easily that comes off when you use a top coat before you stop stamping. Okay, let me do something else. I'm going to I think what I'll do is I'm going to stamp the image in this darker, like an army green. This is Maniology. It's called Tipsy Taps, and it's B513. And then I'm going to try to color it in with this polish here, the one I was stamping with. So let me try that. Okay, we'll try that pumpkin again. Maybe we're doing it with a darker print. All right, that's a perfect image there. Let's try this again. Oops, see, I was going to stamp it and I said I was going to do reverse stamping. Oh my goodness, I'm losing it. Okay, let me just let that dry just a tiny bit. And I'm going to get another stamper and stamp the acorns that I did a little while ago. I think I'm going to do those with this light color, and then I'm going to fill them with a darker color, a darker green. There you go. It's perfect. So we are going to be working with that one. I think this one might be dry enough to start doing the fill with the color. All right, so I'm going to fill the little pumpkin in with this color right here. And I am going to get one of my little I guess I'll use a detail brush. Let's see which one I'm going to use. A real small one. I think I'll try this one right here. So what you're going to do, you're just going to basically just kind of just barely touch the brush, because you don't want to lift any of the little dark lines of the image. Sometimes the brushes kind of tend to wipe the image away, so it's almost better to use a dotting tool, I think, which I might just switch to because this looks like it's trying to do that. All right, let me grab one of my dotting tools instead of doing this. Clean the brush off. All right, let's grab a small dotting tool. Let's try this one. This one's pretty small. See how the little head is so tiny? All right, let's work with this instead. Oh yeah, much better. Okay. Perfect. All right, let's look at the other side. Let's see how this looks. Oh my God, look how cute that looks. Look at that. That looks awesome. Okay, let me just kind of dot the little stem part in a darker color. Perfect. Okay, let's see what that looks like. Check that out, guys. Looks wonderful. Okay, let me let that dry a little bit. And now we're going to work with the other stamper. And I think I'm going to do the dark tops. And it looks perfect. Oh my. That looks real nice. And now we'll do the rest of the acorn in a light color. The same color that we did did the pumpkin in. Need to put a little bit more polish there because that kind of dried out. Okay. Perfect. All right. Not really caring too much for that. Okay, I probably should have outlined the whole thing dark, so that's what I'm going to go back and do. Let me wipe my stamper off. Okay, let's try that one more time. Let me try and stamp this again. Sometimes stamping, that's what that's all about. It's just a try and retry until you get it to what you want it to do. I don't think it'll ever be perfect, so. Let's try this again. We're gonna do outline it dark. You know what? Maybe I should outline it. Well, let's try this. Okay, we already started this, so let me just finish. Sorry, I was too busy talking. It's probably going to dry on me. I was looking for my scraper. Nope, I waited too long. Too busy yapping. Okay, clean that off. Let's try this again. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and outline it in this dark brown. It's Maniology B498. It's called Acorn. So let's try this one. Okay. And that came out perfect. Scotch tape works the best to remove part of your image. Okay, let's just let it dry a tiny bit. And in order to get a perfect transfer of your reverse stamping, I love using Orly Bonder. That's just my go-to. And I put a very, very light. I just kind of brush it on very, very lightly. This will get tacky, and it will help the image transfer over perfectly. Okay, so let's just let that kind of get tacky a little bit as well. And that is Orly Bonder. I bought this off of Amazon as well. This image looks very blotchy when you're working on it from this side, but once you turn it over, look how cute that looks. Very cute. Actually, I can see that I missed a little bit right here, so I'm going to try to fill it in right now. Let's see. I can just barely. It's just right over here in this little corner. There you go. Hopefully that did it. I don't want to touch it too much because then I'll pull the image up. All right, let's see here. tacky enough already. Let's just try it. So what you're going to do is you're going to place it where you want it. So you can see from here, here's my nail, and I am going to place it in this little corner here at an angle. So just push it down and look at that. Oh my God, that looks so pretty. And it looks a little bumpy, but when you put your top coat on, it kind of takes all those imperfections away. So it looks good. Okay. Let's look at the acorn now. It should be ready. Okay, so let's fill it with a lighter green. Let's see. Let's go with this green for the top. Or should it be this one? This is pearl, so we're going to use the regular one. This, what I'm saying, pearl, this is kind of pearly. And this is B469, and this is B047 is the one we're going to go with. Looks like a pea green. And then for the top, let's see here. I really don't want to make it the same color, but I guess I really have no choice. Okay, well, we'll try and do the same color on the top. That way it's not so much contrast there. All right, let's start with the bottom. That's going to be really pretty. Maybe what we'll do is we'll alternate the acorn colors. That would be nice. Okay. So for this one, we'll do the bottom part this color green. And I'm barely pushing down. Like I said, I don't want to lift the liner up. There you go. That looks so pretty. All right, and now let's grab some more, and this time we're going to do, let me put a little bit more there. This time we're going to do, we did the bottom of that acorn, and over here we're going to do the top part in this color. That's kind of what I meant by alternating the top and the bottom on this. There you go. Tiny, tiny. All right. Now, clean this off. Now we're going to do the dark color. The good thing about reverse stamping is that it doesn't matter if your image is drying, because that's what you want it to do. You want it to be drying. You don't want to trying to talk and do this at the same time is hard. You don't want a wet outline image, because when you fill it, then it will, the outline will be lifted when you touch it with the dotting tool or the detail brush. And you're just like barely placing the dotting tool on the area that you want to fill. Like you're floating it over it, that's what you're doing. Perfect. Look at that. Oh my gosh. It just looks so pretty. That is a very, I'm going to see if I can get a thinner dotting tool than what I have here. Let's see here. This one is very small. So we'll try this on the little tip of the acorn. Okay, that looks good. Okay, see how blotchy that looks? Watch when I turn it over. Look at that. Really cute. Let me see if I can put some light on that for you. There we go. All right, and this is tacky because I had put that tacky oily bonder on it. So awesome. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, so now I'm just gonna put in some little leaves here and there. I'm gonna move this palette over to the side. Clean this plate real good again, just to make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay. I think I'm gonna try some smaller leaves. Let's see what we have here. So I'm going to try this one right here, and maybe this one up here. And we will do these in a different, we'll use the pearl green, see how that turns out. Okay, so we are going to use this one here. Scrape at a 90-degree angle and lift it. Perfect. See how gorgeous that looks. And I'm going to take this and go just like this. Awesome. And I'll try a different color green. Maybe I'll do this color green, Born Pretty. This other green, the pearl, was the B469. I don't know if I told you that or not. And it's called Lace Wing. Okay, this one does not have a name, but it's SP016. SP016, and it's Born Pretty Green, and that's how it stamps out. So it is very nice, like forest green. And we're going to try this leaf up here. And 90 degrees, scrape and lift. Very nice. Look at that. Couldn't have asked for a prettier pickup there. Okay. I'm going to try this one up in here. In this corner where there's some dead space there. Oh my goodness. That looks really nice. Okay. Clean my stamper head. And let me get a new cotton swab here. Clean the plate real good. Alright, let's see, which other leaf can I try? I've got some space right here and right here. So I think I'm going to try. That's a little big. Let me see here. I think I'll try it. I'm going to try this little curved leaf right down in this area. And I think I'll do another dark green just to kind of offset a little bit. awesome. Okay, so let's go with that. I'm trying to see where you guys can see it. Okay. Right there. Perfect. Alright. Kind of tilted the, there you go. I don't want to touch it too much. Alright, so I'm going to take my little cleanup brush. Where is it? Let me see here. Oh, here it is. So this is just an old makeup brush that I have, but do you see how it angles? I just ordered a cleanup brush from Maniology, but it hasn't arrived yet. So I've been using this one. It's been working fine, but I wanted a real thin one. So anyways, I'm going to use this right here for a cleanup brush. It looks like it's got some red on it. I'll get that off of there. So maybe when I used it last, I didn't clean it real good. All right, let's see. There's an area right here that I'd like to clean up just a little bit. So we're going to just go like that. So let's see, I think I'll try some of these little berry images. These little, I don't know if you can see them or not, but they're like really little clumps of berries. I think I'm going to try those. And maybe I should do those in, I think I'll try those in this color to kind of bring out, maybe make the pumpkin pop a little bit. So let's try that. Get my little palette back out. Alright. I think I'm going to outline them in a dark color and then fill in the berries. That's what I'll do. And then I can fill it in. Okay, just let that dry a little bit. All right, so let's try this again. Very little dot. All right, let's see. Let's do the next dot and the next one. I think these little dots might be a little too big, but we're just going to go with it like this. Looks like. Looks pretty good. All right. This looks really nice. Looks a little blobby, but just wait till I put the top coat on, then you'll see how it covers up all the little imperfections there. Just trying to dry it a little bit. Feel if this is tacky enough still. It's not tacky, so I think I'm going to lay down a little bit more of Oily Bonder just in that one little area. Very light coverage there, right here. There. Just going to blow it a little bit. Let's try this one. Right there in that little corner. Perfect. All right. So now we're just going to let that dry a little bit. And you can see, I just wanted to show you. You see how it looks a little like bumpy? See right there, it looks a little clumpy, but it's gonna work itself out when I top coat it. Okay, let's clean my plate off because it's very dirty. So we're gonna move on to the next nail while that one is drying. Okay. I think the one that I'm going to work on is going to be this one here. And what I like to try to do is use this checkered plate, and then I'm going to go back with some lines over it with this one. So because it is a white, maybe I should use the bigger. I should probably use the bigger one. The bigger nail, which is going to be the index finger. Okay, so we're going to do that. I'm going to use, let's see what color, remove the palette. All right, let's see here. I'm going to do, I'm going to use this brown here, Beauté. And of course the Beauté polishes, stamping polishes don't have numbers on it. And I really apologize, I don't know why. But we're just going to roll with it. Let's see, there you go. Try one more. Let's see how this is going to do. It looks a little not too good. Okay, we're trying this again. Let's do that. I think I'm going to scrape it a different direction. Sometimes that's a good thing to do. So you can see when I stamped the roller how imperfect it is. See how that looked? That's the way it would have looked on the nail. So let's try this again. I'm going to turn this way, and I'm going to scrape that way. Let me clean it first. We're going to go this way. All right, long way. Much better, I think. And it's a perfect lift. Okay, so we are going to do our nail think I'm going to probably have to stamp this twice and try to line it up as best as I can. So, going to do this. Okay, I don't think I did that. I didn't. I missed the side, so I'm going to have to redo this. Okay, let me remove. See, this had a base, what do you call it, top coat on it? Watch how easy this is to remove. It just comes off so easily. It's like the best thing to put a top coat on it. And no wipe is better. That way the nail still stays very shiny and cleans up very well. Okay, let's try this again. Let's try this way. Sometimes you just got to turn the plate around and around and around to see how you can get it to work. I'm going to press down on the plate because it seems like it's lifting a little bit in the middle. Put a little pressure on it. Okay, let's see here. Let's try this again. Press down, swipe. I should have cleaned this before, but it's okay. God, I'm really just not liking it at all. Ugh. I just don't like it. I'm not going to give up on it, though. Try one more time. More and more it's an issue with the plate. So as I mentioned, these are not real expensive plates. I think I bought them on Amazon. So I might be putting too much polish or not enough polish on. So let's try this again. Looks like a much better lift. Okay, let's try and get this cleaned up. Let's see here. All right, let's try this quickly. A little crooked. Ugh, no, I'm gonna have to change my plans. I just don't like this at all. It might be the plate. You know what? I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna look for another checkered plate. I'll be back. I did a test and it came out perfect. So I'm cleaning the plate. It's a new plate. This one is another plate, I guess, that I ordered either from Amazon or maybe Temu or Shein, but it's Jen Tin. I believe this was Amazon, and it's Y283. So this is just a plate of checks, and I am going to have to try to stamp it twice and then line it up because the nail is a little bit longer. But I did try a test. And this was the test right here. Where is it? It's this one right here, and it came out perfect, you can see. So it could have been the other plate that I was having such an issue with, but we definitely will do this plate again right now. And it's another perfect lift. So I am definitely needing to clean this up. So let's just do that real quick before this dries. So if you excuse me for just a moment, I'm not going to be talking while I'm doing this because I want to hurry up. And that came out perfect. Oh my goodness, look at that. So I'm hoping that I am going to be able to stamp the bottom portion and match it up. I hope I can. Oh dear Lord, please let me do this correctly. Okay, never hurts to say a little prayer. Even when you're stamping. Because he listens to everything that we need and watches what we're doing. Okay, here we go. Let me see. So this is the bottom here. So it looks like, let me see. I'll try and do it upside down this time. See and match that top portion. Okay. Perfect pickup. See if I can do this. Oh my goodness. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing, but looks like it's going to be perfect, and it is. That looks amazing. It matched up. You barely see a difference just right there, but I mean, otherwise, I think it's perfect. Perfect, perfect. Probably gonna mess this up, but I'm looking at an imperfection up here and I'm thinking, can I fix it or not? Oh no, I ruined it. Oh God, I knew I was gonna do that. Can't believe I did that. Okay, that's because I was too worried about a little bitty imperfection that you probably couldn't even see. I'm going to do this again. Just consider this a boo-boo. Okay, let's see. This time I know it's going to be perfect. I just know it. I feel it in my bones. All right, let's try this again. Clean the plate. Cook it the way I had it the first time. Okay. Let's try this. This is B498. It's the acorn that I used before, the acorn color. And this is the wrong color. Ah, Cindy. Oh my goodness. Try this again. If you fail, you just try it again. So that's what I'm doing. perfect. Clean the bottom. Sides. The other side. All right, now let's get this transferred before it dries. Okay, so here we go again. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now I'm going to flip this to match it up evenly again. We go. Only doing half the plate because it's a small area. Okay, there we go. So let me see if I can get this done correctly real quick. Try and do it this way. This top. Right. Oh, come on, Cindy. You can do it. Perfect. I mean, it really did. This one laid better than the other one, so I'm glad I redid it. Very nice. I was going to try and put some orange in it, but I don't know. I kind of like it like that. Okay, well, let me just look at it and see if I need to leave it like this, because I really do think I like it like that. Okay, so I am going to try to put some orange lines on, like crisscrossing here. So if it messes up, then I will just have to redo the whole brown again, but I'll do that off camera. So let me try the orange, Born Pretty, SP023. And I'm going to go with the basic design, which is this one right here. And I'm just gonna kind of lay it over the little nail. Let me see what I can do with that. May not do what I want it to do, but maybe this one would do better because it's a long, so I can do it in one. Okay, let me try this one, see what happens with it. I'm gonna definitely put some Orly Bonder on here just so it does not. Maybe I should top coat this first. I'm gonna use my Lavender Violets top coat. And I'm just gonna barely drag this over. Barely, because I don't want it to smear. it'll just be much easier. This way, if I mess it up, then I don't have to redo the brown. It'll be underneath. Good idea. Okay, let's put that in the lamp for 30 seconds. This has come out of the lamp. I have top coated it with a no wipe top coat. The reason I did that is because I want to try to put some orange checkered lines. And I'm probably going to go with this right here. But if it doesn't look good, then I can just wipe it off and leave it as is. So that's what I'm going to do. So right now I've got Born Pretty SP023. It's this shade of orange. So we are going to do this right now. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but we are certainly going to try it. So I'm just going to clean up the sides a little bit. I'm probably going to have to do this a few times because I am working with some angle lines. All right, so let's see what we're doing here. See how I'm going to do this. Oh my goodness. Let's just see what happens. Oh, that looks pretty good. Oh yeah. All right. Let me stamp this again because I have to do the bottom of the nail now. All right, let's see here. Came out perfect again. So we're gonna just remove these little sides here. All right, let's get going on this. Try this here. Perfect. That turned out really nice. Look at that. Very good. All right, so I can top coat that again. Give this a little bit of time to dry, and then I'll go in and top coat it one more time. So the reason I say put a very light top coat from the very beginning when you first put your first color down and then you top coat it, so that when you're stamping, if you need to erase boo-boos, it makes it very easy. And then the next top coat is going to be very light. This one already has 2 top coats and several stamps in between, so now this last top coat that I put on it is going to be super, super light because I don't want it to bubble up or anything like that, or to make it so thick that it feels weird on the nail. All right, let me work on this next nail here. And let me clean this plate real quick, and then I'll put it to the side. Now remember I said that when your plates get real foggy like this, the best way to clean them is to get a lint-free cloth. And all I'm doing is getting some water on it. And all you're going to do is just wipe it with water. Right now I need to get that polish off of there though. The polish gets inside those little crevices. Alright, so back to the water. If you just wipe your plate with plain water, it takes all that fogginess off of there. And I'll go back to normal. And then I just use a little paper towel and then just start cleaning it off. And it goes pretty much, once it dries completely, it'll go pretty much back to a shiny plate. So a lot of the fogginess will go away. See? It's cleaning up pretty well. So, just a little tip there. Alright, let's get this fall plate back out and see what I'm going to do with this nail. I kind of like the little snail, the little birdie. So I might do that. Those are the only 2 little animals on this plate that I see. And on the orange one, I might do, you know, on this one, I might do a mushroom. I take that back. I think I'm going to do this little mushroom and maybe the little gourd here in the corner. And I'm going to do some reverse stamping on those. So we'll start with the little mushroom since it's the bigger of the images. And I think I'm going to go with I think I'll do this dark brown outline first. Okay, so actually the gourd is the bigger, so we will do the gourd. There you go. Perfect. To go up here in this little corner. Actually, I screwed up. I'm so sorry. I said I was going to do some reverse stamping, and here I just went and stamped this. So I just removed it because I already had a top coat on this nail, so it made it very easy to do that. Let's do this again. And that's the fun part of working on nail stamping. Very easy to clean up. Let's do this again. Alright. Pick this up again. Perfect. dry. Get my other stamper, and now we're going to do the little mushroom. Same dark outline. Alright, we'll let those two dry so that I can get those painted and filled in. Because I want to have some kind of background, I'm actually going to use one solid color of this right here. Actually, yeah, I think I'm going to use this one here because it's got smaller little smaller prints on it. So we're going to use this Maniology. It's called Lacewing. Oh, Lacewing, I'm sorry. B469. Oh my goodness. Where did I learn how to read? This is kind of a pearly army green color. We're just going to do all one color. We're not going to do any reverse stamping on here. And I'm going to use this larger stamp. There you go. Take the bottom off because you can't see here. So we're gonna just go right here from the top. There you go. All right, I waited too long. Oh my goodness. Let's try this again. So you cannot wait very long to get this stamp on, unless of course you have some early bonder laid down, then it doesn't really matter. All right, let's try this again. This cleaned up again. Let's try that again. Perfect. Except this one little end here did not transfer over, so I'm going to try to put it on right now. There you go. this end did not go down very well, so we're just going to nope. Alright, so I'm going to have to do that bottom portion there because it didn't. Okay, you know what? I'm going to erase this and I'm going to show you. If you're having a problem getting an image to stick down, the best thing to do is use your Orly Bonder. Very, very light coat. It's perfect. I mean, I really try to dry the brush as much as possible on the edge of the bottle. Okay, let's get this cleaned up again. Could be that maybe my acetone is not dry on the plate. Let's try again. And I waited too long. Don't give up, don't give up. Okay, clean it one more time. All right, come on, I know this is gonna work. It's all right. In the meantime, the Orly Bonder is getting tacky on there, so that's okay. Perfect. Just cleaning up the edge here. Let's go with it. This should be tacky enough. So you just, I'm going to let this dry because we're waiting on that to get tacky. So we'll just let this dry, and under normal circumstances it wouldn't transfer over. But with the Orly Bonder on it, it will transfer perfect. And there it is. All of it went down, and now I'm going to clean my plate, and we're going to do the same for the bottom portion of the nail. just cleaning off the top part because I'm just doing there you go. Perfect. Now I'm going to do the reverse stamping on the put that to the side. So we're going to do the gourd first. I'm going to move the plate out of the way. I'm going to use, let me look to see what color gourds are. Hold on a second. Okay, I apologize. I thought that I was recording when I filled in the colors on the reverse stamping images, which was the gourd and the mushroom. So for the gourd, I used Butte. These don't have numbers. And then for the mushroom, I used the Butte brown and then the Butte green. And turning these over like this, you can definitely see how beautiful they turned out, both of them. While I still thought I was recording, I put a very light coverage of the Orly Bonder and I've been waiting for it to get tacky, so should be about ready right now. And so we are ready to go ahead and get these transferred. So I'm going to put this one, I don't know if you can see it, but I'm going to put this one right here. Okay. Clean up that. And then with the mushroom, I'm going to go this way. That Orly Bonder just ensures that they go down quickly and stay put. So we're almost done. I'm getting ready to do the last nail, which is this one here. This is my ring finger on the other hand. So kind of want to do something a little different here. Let me look at the plate and see if there's something else that might catch my eye. I believe the snail and the little bird are cuties. So I might do those with just some little, maybe this little flower here. Just kind of keep it very basic, I think. And being that it is a light nail, no, I think that's what I'm going to do. Just keep it very basic. So that's what I'm going to do on these. So let me do the little, I will do the little snail first, and we will do him in a dark outline. That didn't come out too good. I think I'm going to redo him. Much better. Okay. Let's do him right here in the middle. And now we're going to do the little chicken. Yeah, this is going to be very plain. It's not going to have any reverse stamping or anything. It's just going to have some little critters on it. I think we should do him in yellow. So we're going to use Warren Pretty's SP006 yellow. Looks like it might be a little too light. Yeah, I think it's a little too light of a yellow. Okay. Let me grab Maniology's. Actually, you know what? I'm going to grab Pooin's yellow. That's a very darker shade of the yellow. That is Pooin. It's 804, bright yellow. Okay, let's try that. Right. Oh yeah, much better, much better. Very tiny little chicken here. Okay. Very light little yellow. And let's see. Let's do the snail in this color. That didn't go down really well. Okay, that's not good. Barely see them on the orange, so I don't think that's going to work. Okay, I'm going to try the dark outline. Nope, not going to do that because I want to kind of keep it along the same color scheme as the top one. So we're going to use this because that's what I used. And put the snail back on top. Do it again. Oh my goodness. What is with this? I think I need to push the plate down. Let's try it again. And let me make sure I wipe off the alcohol. Perfect. Okay. Let's try this again. All right, that's perfect. Now let's try the little chickie, same shade. Okay, that worked perfect too. Do that little flower in the middle. Perfect flower. All right, let's see here. There you go. I'm going to do a little leaf down here, a little leaf here. Very, very small. Let's see here. There's not too many small leaves here. Guess I'll try this one right here. Maybe this one down here. Okay. Very good. It's a tiny, tiny little leaf. Put it right here. down there on the bottom. Nope, not good. Well, those just aren't picking up, so I don't know what the deal is. Let's see here. Alright, maybe another couple leaves up here. Okay. These little leaves are working out perfect, so it's not broken, don't break it. I really think that that is good enough. I'll try something here. Try those leaves up there. All right, let's get this cleaned up. Just run them off the edge there. Okay, and maybe run a couple over here. One more try. One of them worked, but the other one didn't, so let's try again. All right. Smudged. The stamper has some little tears on it now. Don't know how they got there. They say that if you don't file off the little nubbies, when they produce these nails, there's always a little nubby at the top. And they say if you don't file them down, that can cause tears in your stamper. I tried to do that and try to remember to do that on all nails. I did it on these. So there you go. looks wonderful. Kind of matches the one up above it. We are almost done, and we have my pinky and baby finger. So I'm going to try this little design here. I want to keep it as simple as possible on this last nail. I'm going to use this forest green. I do like this a lot. So let's see what we can do. Probably got too much polish there. But, okay. I think we're going to use this one here. Oh, that's perfect. Okay. This should cover most of the nail. Yep. Well, it kind of messed up this bottom part because I didn't go all the way down the plate, so I'm going to redo it. Unfortunately, when you're stamping, that's as long as you're top coating your as long as you were top coating your nails as you go, you won't have a problem redoing them. Otherwise, you're just going to be repainting the nail, redoing it, repainting the nail. It's just a big hassle. So this is just what I've learned on my own, trying to make things easier for myself. But I do love stamping. It's a lot of fun. I do a lot of my own nail art. I would not consider myself an artist. My brother was. He's deceased. But he always told me, you have a lot of artistic abilities in you. You should try doing some art. But I was always too chicken. Then he passed, and then that's when I got interested in doing nail art. So he's probably having a good little laugh up in heaven with me, with all these little trials. Actually, if he was here, he would have been doing nail art with me. I know it for a fact. Passed away 2 years ago, and he's deeply, deeply missed by everybody. All right, that's perfect. Awesome. This is perfect. Look at that. Perfect stamp. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to put I don't really like that bottom one, but I'm going to leave it because I'm not going to mess with it. I'm going to use the orange now. And I'll let that dry a little bit before I proceed because I don't want to take a chance on lifting. I'm going to try and do something with the detail brush. Try and fix that bottom myself without having to restamp. Sorry, I'm off camera because I'm having to use the magnifying glass here, so give me just a minute, please. Nope, that ain't working. Okay, I'm gonna have to restamp that bottom portion, I think. Okay, I haven't top coated this yet, so let me redo this. Oh my goodness gracious. All right, let's try this again. I love stamping plates when they have these long designs on them because it's makes it so much easier when you're working with the long nails, longer nails, I should say. I think I'm gonna go upside down. Let's do this way. Let's see what this does. Okay. Let's try this again. Okay, that's a lot of polish there, but we are going to make this work. We're going to stamp the whole thing. That is perfect. Let me just clean up the top line. Perfect. Perfect. I don't really need that. Okay, I start at the top. Oh man, very nice. Very nice. Very, very, very nice. I like it. Cute, 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 cute. I don't know, it just looks so crooked. What is with this? Sometimes these plates are just so finicky. Or maybe it's me, I'm just a perfectionist and I gotta have it perfect or it's not gonna work for me. Let's try this one more time. Come on. This video is going to be way too long because of my boo-boos. Okay, let's try this again. Come on. This is gonna work, I know. Okay, here we go. One more time. Okay, let's try this quickly, quickly, quickly. Hold the plate down. And okay. The bottom is just not doing what I want it to do. It's smearing. Okay, let's see. Maybe that'll work. Okay, let's do it quickly, quickly. that's the best it's going to do, so I'm not going to mess with it anymore. That is just it. Alright, now let me do the orange that I want to do and see what happens. But I think I am going to put a little top coat on here because I don't want to mess this up. Let me clean my plate first. Get a little top coat on here. Come on, and just glide it over because you don't want it to smear. Okay, that's perfect. Glide it over, just barely, like you're barely rubbing it. I think that should be enough. Let's try and put that in the lamp for 60 seconds. And then okay. What I'm going to do is in the negative space that, I don't know if this is going to work or not, but I'm going to try it. Sorry, I'm over here yawning. Oh my goodness. I am so sorry. It's about midnight here in San Antonio, Texas, where I'm at, so I'm a little tired. But I'm going to finish this. Alright, here we go. We're doing Born Pretty Orange. This is very autumn looking. It's going to dry on me if I don't hurry up. It's just such a long plate. Alright, here we go. Okay, swipe. And that looks nice. Alright, come on. Nope, that didn't look good. It didn't match up. Ugh. Okay, I'm going to give up on that. I said don't give up, but I'm the first one to say give up. Give up. All right, let's take this off the plate first of all before it dries on there. And thank God I had put a top coat on this again. Because there you go. Trying to see if there's something else that I could put on here. There's another little mushroom here. I could do it in brown. It's a cup of coffee with an umbrella. That might work, maybe. Let's try that. Let's just do some outlines. Let's see, we'll do this dark brown. Okay. Do a little coffee cup. Swatch. I said swatch, swipe. Okay, that's perfect. Let's get this off of here. Yeah, this definitely has a couple of tears now. I'm wondering also if when you use tape, if it that looks nice. Okay, I'll do that. If when you use tape, if that tears it more. Nobody's ever said that, but let me see. Let's try the little umbrella. Okay. Can't wait to start doing Thanksgiving and do some Christmas. I've bought some new foils for Christmas and new stamps. So I'm pretty excited about those. Okay, we're going to try one more. That looks cute. Not too much. Okay, that's nice. Let's do this one little acorn here. We'll do one little bitty acorn right there, that one. Let me see here. Very nice. Okay, that one came out good. Oh, that turned out real cute. I don't know if you guys can see that. I put the light over you. Give more light here. It's got a little acorn right there on the bottom, an umbrella, and a coffee cup. That turned out okay. I like it. All right, so we are done. Let me just clean this plate off real good. Then I'll move it out of my way. It was too long. I'm so sorry. Just had a lot of retries. All right, let me show you. Get rid of this. All right. So here is the set that we worked on. And this is the set that I did off camera before I started the stamping, just to kind of, oh my goodness. Just trying to get these lined up so you can see them good. All right, so here is a quick view of, these are the ones that I did before I started filming, and these are the ones that we did together. These don't have the top coats, so I'm going to put top coats on this right here, these 5, so you can see what a difference it really makes. Because remember when you look at this, look at that, it looks pretty bad, right? It looks kind of blotchy. That's because of the reverse stamping I did. But let me show you, once I get the top coat on, how wonderful they're gonna look. All right, I'll be back. And here is a quick little overview of the autumn nails that I did. These are actually the brand of nail tips that I used are these right here. They are Marovan. There's 240 pieces. Press-on nails with 12 sizes and 5 different colors. I bought this on their website, and I believe I paid like $20 for them, around that much. I've had them for a while. These are great practice nails for me. I don't usually wear nails this long, but it gives me a lot of room for nail art. So I have done some practice nails on these. But these, I did fit them to my size. I thought, why not try them out, see how they work out. I use 4 stampers actually. I use my jelly, clear jelly stamper. This is fairly new, and so I haven't ruined the jelly head yet. It works very well. The background color of these 2 nails, the pointing and the pinky, are what I call a banana shade. It is a yellow Jadson, and I can barely read the number. It is B507. It's in white, so I had to put it up to the magnifying glass. And the orange colored nails, which are the, I would say, the thumb and the ring finger, are Jadson gel polish. It's B540. Very, very pretty, like a coral peach color. These stamping polishes that I used were Born Pretty. It's SP016, and that is the shade of green that it stamps. And then I used the orange, which is SP023, and that is the way that's the color right there. I used Maniology's Boogie Nights B522, and it's that shade. I also used Maniology's Tippy Taps B513, and the little label kept falling off the bottom, so I just stuck it on the cap so I wouldn't lose it. The next one is this pearl green, like an army green. It's a Lace Wing B469. Really pretty shade. You can see the shimmer in it. And then for some of the outline on some of the reverse stamping, I did use this Acorn B498. Really nice. And then I did use a little bit of yellow stamping polish. This is Puin, and it's 804, and it's called Bright Yellow. And then I used, this is my all-time favorite stamper. It is a perfectly good stamper still, but it does have a few little tears here and there, so I'm probably going to have to retire this or mainly use it for some reverse stamping or something like that. I'll still get more uses out of it. And this is just an off-brand that I purchased off Amazon. It's a great stamper too. It does have a few little tears. I'm trying to figure out why they get torn like that. Somebody on YouTube said that if you don't shave off the little, file off the little nubbies at the tip of your nails, there is a little nubby there, I guess when they're making them, that can tear your little stamper heads. So I'm trying to be very careful to shave those off, file those off. And then the last stamper, this is just an old stamper that I use for layered stamping. I have it labeled so I don't forget. I use this for a lot of powders or the layered stamping, like I said. Mica powders, chrome powders. When you use a stamper for those types of art media, they do get foggy, so you can't see through them very well. So I do have this one that I use for that. So I think, let's see here, and the plate that I use is a generic one that I purchased off of Amazon. It was a set of 6 holiday stamps, so I think it had holiday, it had autumn, it had Thanksgiving, then it has Christmas, St. Patty's Day, Valentine's Day, and I think it had the patriotic holidays, the 4th of July, and I think it had a Christmas one too. I'm not sure if there were 6 or 8 of them, but very nice set, and they all work great. So I just wanted you to get a little overview. I think I mentioned that when you put a top coat at the end, you can see that, if you remember, I showed you when you do reverse stamping, sometimes it looks a little lumpy on the side that you're going to be seeing. But once you get your top coat on it, you can see how perfect it looks. There's no imperfections whatsoever. So it turns out really well when you top coat your nails. They just turn out so nice, and they feel perfect. So hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm sorry that it was so long, but nail stamping does take some time. So I hope you learned a few little tips here and there. Thank you so much. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel, Nail Art by Sin, and I look forward to seeing you back for another video. Thank you. Here is the closing image of the Stamping Autumn nail set that I did. I really hope that you enjoyed watching this video. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. This really does help me out a lot, and look forward to seeing you back for other videos. Thank you.